Hey guys, again, it's Margot from Nacho Mama's blog and Nacho Mama's podcast, shooting from my car. I had to take my jacket off because I'm so sorry, you guys who are like in the Midwest and the East. It's like in the 80s here in San Diego today. It is so freaking warm. And even just sitting here in my car, I had to take my jacket off because it was way too hot. But I wanted to talk to you guys for a second. I decided to do a series of videos answering some of your questions that I've been getting regarding Weight Watchers. Some of you may know I am actually a Weight Watchers leader. I've been a member for 13 years, but everything I'm going to talk about in this little series is totally just my own opinion and experience. Does not represent Weight Watchers, is not affiliated with them in any way. It's just my own little experience. I have a lot of people ask me, you know that I follow Simply Filling, which I love. But I also follow tracking against my daily points targets. So I do both. I switch back and forth, as do a lot of people I know who work for Weight Watchers. That's what we do. When the scale starts creeping up, I go to Simply Filling. If you don't know what Simply Filling is, I have a whole kind of breakdown and review and a whole podcast episode about it. So I'll link that in the notes below. But the question I've been getting a lot is when I follow Simply Filling, and Simply Filling, again, you're eating mostly power foods. And because the foods are so filling, they say you don't have to worry about tracking and you don't have to worry about portion sizes. You're really learning how to eat until you feel satisfied, which is true. And so a lot of people ask me, do I track? Do I still keep like a food journal when I'm following Simply Filling? And the answer is yes. Personally, I think that keeping a food journal is one of the most powerful tools that you can utilize in your weight loss project. So yes, even when I'm following Simply Filling and I'm not keeping track of the portion sizes per se, I still keep tracking and journaling what foods I'm eating. Because sometimes the scale starts creeping up even though I'm only eating power foods. And if I'm not keeping track, I don't know what the problem is, right? So usually it's something like most of my fruits and vegetable servings are really fruits. So, and like I haven't been getting enough vegetables, or maybe I haven't been getting enough water, or maybe, maybe I'm having too much salt. So these are things I wouldn't know if I weren't journaling or keeping track of my food. I think a food journal is so, so important. So yes, I totally track even when I'm following Simply Filling. And some of you may know I recently found out that I'm gluten intolerant. I was really, really sick for a long time and no digestive problems, so I didn't think that I was having a food sensitivity. But my doctor checked everything out, and so when he asked what I was eating, I was able to show him my food journal, and he was able to sort of pinpoint that maybe it might be the gluten, and that was in fact what it turned out to be. And so I would never have known that. I'd probably still be throwing up and having migraines if I hadn't been keeping a detailed food journal. So I think it's really super important. So yes, even when I follow Simply Filling and I'm not worrying about points and math and all of that, I totally still track. And, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but my experience is that I am more successful no matter which technique I'm following when I track. So that's my 2 cents. I'm going to be having more videos answering more of your questions. Food finds, including where to find the fat-free cheese. A lot of you guys have been asking me that. And if you want to read more or hear more on my podcast, check out Nacho Mama's blog. That's www.nachomamasblog.com. Have a beautiful day, guys. Bye.